This one's a heart warmer. I love this one. So this guy, Hara Buddha Magar, a double amputee from not just a double amputee, but a double amputee to specific from above the knee. Became the first man ever to summit Mount Everest. The 29,032-foot ceiling of the earth, right? First guy ever. Now, he's a former Gurkha, right? So he's I know from Nepal. I don't know if they call him Nepalese or whatever they call, but he's born and raised in Nepal. Where all the Gurkhas, for what people don't know, the Gurkhas are basically the Navy SEALs of Nepal, right? There's these savages that get deployed all over the world. British colony, they usually fight with the British, but he lost both his legs by stepping on an IUD in Afghanistan with the British Army, right? He's lost both his legs over the knees, has nothing. Then they do hand out. There's only been a little over 11,000 people to ever summit Everest, and there's only ever been 2 that were double amputees. Both specifically were below the knee, right? So like KF up were amputated. He's like straight up mid thigh. The first one ever. He had to send some things to the Nepalese government to be able to prove this, because for a disability, they have to prove this. Fucking so far this year, 11 people have already died on Everest, right? So like, and he said when he was doing this, he saw 2 body bags coming down as he was going up, right?
What?
So obviously this guy being a Gurkha, like Gurkha. These guys are the most elite as they get, right? He's no fucking joke. These dudes, they fuck.
Yeah.
They fuck. Yeah. So he gets up there, does his thing, he does his thing. But during this, there was also a 53-year-old Sherpa in the same time that helped him with it. This 53-year-old Sherpa named Cami Rita set the record this week for Everest summits with his 28th summit, and the second time this week he did it. Wow. He did it 2 times just this week alone. And he broke the world record for the most guys to ever summit, right? But so where I was going to go with this is the last thing. And I don't know if anybody's ever seen the documentary. It's called 14 Summits, right? Yeah. It was on Netflix. Fantastic. Great show. There's a guy, Nims, right? Nims is a legend. So during this, they showed that these Sherpas, right? Again, all these fucking dorky ass white people from fucking America and France and England, they fucking go up there and they're like, I fucking climbed the mountain. I did this. What they don't see with the cameras is the Sherpas who carry all their equipment, have no oxygen, and are ripping cigarettes as they walk up fucking Everest, right? Because it ain't no thing to them, right? It's their backyard. They're like, these corny white people, like, you fuck. So finally, Nims and his crew was like, no. We're going to set the record. We're going to make sure everybody knows that the greatest climbers on the planet are fucking Sherpas. Because just in Nepal alone, 8 of the 10 of the world's tallest peaks are just in Nepal alone. 8 of the 10 tallest mountains that exist on the planet are just there in their backyard, right? So they did this one. The best part of that documentary was when they took Nims, who's, no physical specimen, they took him to England and they did this fucking lung capacity and stamina test. And they put him on this insane machine where they deprive you of oxygen, and he's running on a treadmill. And this thing like simulates you being like 28,000 feet up or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they were saying the greatest, not even athletes. I don't even want to say athletes when I'm saying like soccer players or a football player, whatever. The greatest marathon runners, triathletes, the greatest cardio people on the planet usually last like 2 minutes. This bull Nims, who's like the main character in that documentary, was like 10 minutes in and looking at them like, and the guy was like, he looked at her and he was like telling the people in the documentary, he's like, I can't explain to you how insane this is. This would be like seeing a guy outrun Usain Bolt by 15 seconds in a 10-second race. He was like, something has to be broken with the machine. I've never seen this in my life. When he got off, he was completely fine. Like every other guy that's a super athlete, when they take the mask off and they get done, they collapse onto the side. Nims looked at him like, you guys got any unfiltered Camels? Because like I feel like I'm smoking a cigarette. They were like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's like, hey, smoke them if you got them.
Shout out to Sherpas though, because they don't get enough respect for what they do. And they are by far the world's greatest climbing culture of humans on the planet, by far.
Yeah.
Shout out Sherpas, yo.
I agree, man. There's nothing like it, man. That's fucking tough.
Double amputee. This fool's got no legs. He went to
that's
ceiling.
Nuts, dude.
That's tough.
That's
unreal,
sure.
Unreal.
Bro, and dude, that and what you're talking about, that documentary, the 14 climbs, really good.
14 peaks,
14 peaks, really
in
good.
7 months, the 14 tallest peaks in the world, and they ended up saying they wanted to do it in 1 year. They ended up banging it out in 7 months. And I remember in one part of the documentary, there was like, again, all those corny white people that like take all the pictures that are like fucking British and French and American, and they're like, we made it, and they're all like at the thing, they're like, I think I have climate sickness, and Nims and the one guy, his like main man, is a complete alcoholic. They're hammering drinks at 20,000 feet, and they're wasted until like 3 a.m, and they wake up at 7. They're like, who's ready to summit? And all the other dorky ass fucking white people are like, I don't know, I feel like I have height sickness. They're like, all right, we're gonna leave you guys. They're like, you're gonna die. They're like, see you in an hour. And they go right to the top. They come right the fuck back. It's insane, yo. It's insane.
Nice.
Shout out the Sherpas.
Shout out. Nice. All right. Very good. Great shit, Steve.